Okay, last time I'm having some real trouble doing this Let's Play now. Basically I've already uploaded this to YouTube and had to take it down because the audio corrupted, so I'm going to try and redo it again, and try and get everything working the way it should be. Basically, I'm doing commentary over everything now, so all the cutscenes will have my commentary on them, because apparently that's boring to some people. So the whole game, I'll probably be skipping some of the cutscenes out because some of them are a bit boring. Just pure, very long story-based stuff that isn't really necessary in this Let's Play. It's just a guide telling you how to play the game, more than covering the story and everything. So it's not long till we get to play some of this game. So I'll just play these first few cutscenes to set up the game and tell us what's happening and everything like that. So basically, we're under attack by this alien civilization. And our job is to find out what this ring world is that we've landed next to, and to kill the Covenant, basically. If you'd looked closely at Captain Key's pipe, if you go back, rewind the video a bit, where I had a close-up of it there, it's got the Marathon logo on it, which was one of Bungie's original games. So it's just a nice little reference to their hidden past that most people don't know about, because they didn't have the consoles or the computers that these games were played on originally. So basically, lots of gaming to do from now. I'm going to try and get it's going to be about 2 to 3 videos for each level, I would have thought. Depends on how long the levels are. Things like the library, things like that, I'll probably take about 4 maybe episodes. Most of the ones with the flood take forever, and depending on deaths and successful kills and stuff, depends how fast I can get each level done. We'll designate how many videos it'll take for each game. When it gets to Halo 2, a lot of those levels take 20-30 minutes, maybe even more. So it's going to be 5-6 episodes per video, per level there. But with Halo 1, it's not too bad. The levels tend to be quite short, but there's a lot of them. So we'll be getting underway now, hopefully, once this white screen leaves.
Don't keep it loaded, son. You'll have to find
Captain Keys gives us the pistol, which we don't get ammo till about halfway through this level, but never mind. Seeing this is probably the best weapon in the game, but yeah, never mind. If you're playing on anything above easy, you get pistol ammo straight away. Oh, bloody Marine, get out of the way. You get pistol ammo straight away as soon as you walk through the door, which is lovely because the pistol's probably the best gun in the game. Now you get the assault rifle and a plasma pistol, which better things have happened, but at this point in the game I'm probably going to swap the plasma pistol for a plasma rifle, which is more useful because fighting enemies with shields is a bit few and far between at this point in the game. Reload my assault rifle. If you can hit an opponent from behind, it'll kill them in one shot, no problem, no matter what their shields are or anything like that. Basically what you want to do here is just kill all of these enemies and then run into their landing craft, because there's over shields at the back which more or less triple your shields, sorry. Which is incredibly useful, to be honest. Bloody Marines, get out of the way. Oh god. Playing on original Xbox and playing on 360, there's some noticeable differences, mostly in terms of the controls. With on the original Xbox, the black and white buttons control the flashlight and switching grenades, whereas on 360 it's the shoulder buttons that do that. And you really notice the difference when you're in the middle of a firefight, because it's so much more fluid and easier to use on the 360, whereas on the original Xbox you have constantly moving your thumb around, which takes it off being able to aim. It's like playing bumper jumper, basically. You have to keep stopping and trying to change your grenades, which is just annoying. Something Bungie, it wasn't Bungie's fault, obviously, it's nothing they can do about the controller, but it's just a bit of a pain. And through this door we get our pistol, which I'll be swapping for the assault rifle, because having a way to take down shields as well as having a pistol makes this game... skip this. section. At this point in the game, skipping enemies is perfectly a viable strategy.
On the landing above us.
Even though it's on easy, a lot of the enemies can just take a while to kill. And with the Let's Play, I'm trying to... If I end up with a level with... when I'm on like 11 minutes or so, I start cutting stuff out. So I'm just gonna race through each level really. You can see these first few levels, there's no real shortcuts or anything, so... He needs to die though. There's no real shortcut, so there's nothing you're really missing in terms of a guide. But the later levels, there's a lot of strategic options that are available that make the game a lot shorter. So I'll be covering those and pausing to cover those, but at the moment there's nothing that really needs saying. It's just as fast as I can do this level, I'll do it, basically.
Blast doors closing. The life pods are launching. We should hurry.
A couple of people will have already seen the pre-version where I got the whole thing corrupted and everything, so this is just a bit of a repeat, I'm afraid, so sorry about that, but nothing I can do, it's just a bit broken. If you follow this guide pretty religiously, the maze-like nature of this part of the game won't be too bad.
Detecting Covenant movement outside the access loop.
Because there's no real clues as to where you need to go in these tunnels and stuff, it's just trial and error, but if you follow the route that I take, it's more or less the correct way to go. There are different routes, but it's it doesn't really matter. This, if you look closely, this is where this is where you started the game, just down there, and this is where the guy was who was diagnosing all your armor and everything. But this elite here gets blown up basically. You have to shoot it or it will survive, but all these grunts get blown up as well, so you don't have to waste ammo. Just save it if you do it a bit too fast. Ugh, fucking grunt. The thing with grunts is if their leader gets killed, they will tend to bolt and not be much of a threat. They'll just run away, so you don't really need to worry about killing them so much. Oh, I've gone the wrong way again. Right, at this point in the game, you finally get your hands on some grenades, and all you just do is need to just spam, throw grenades into this crowd of elites and grunts, and they'll all be dead. So just do that. Having unlimited grenades at this point in the game really makes it easy. But that's it. That's everybody dead. You just have to jump over there and then run to here, and then that's it. Level over, basically. So this cutscene, basically, if you read the story, the book that goes along with this, everything's given way too much in depth, and all of these like cutscenes and everything are described in immense detail with strange things that you wouldn't expect to be said. But basically, if you listen to the commentary of the cutscene from the Bungie producer point of view, the Pillar of Autumn at this point is currently just a fixed object, and it's just the camera that's moving around it, which is quite odd. A clever way that they did it. It makes it really look like it's moving quickly through space, but the Pillar of Autumn isn't moving at all. It's just the camera moving around it and everything. You'll see in a second what I'm talking about once it cuts out of this. Escape pod, sorry. If you look there, everything here is stationary. It's only those plasma things that are shooting the ship that are moving. Everything else is stationary. It's all perspective based. The Pillar of Autumn doesn't even pass the escape pod. It's just not even moving, which is quite weird. Very clever. But
we'll be fine.
Basically, this is the end of that level.
If I still had fingers, they'd be crossed.
once this cutscene ends, it'll be the start of the next level. We'll finally be able to get off a ship and onto the mainland, which is the main point of Halo games, really. But I'll see you next time. Continue with this game. Continue to get level Halo. Okay?